Hello and welcome to Not So Awesome Review, and today we're looking at the Halo Spartan Collection Linda 058 by Jazwares. Linda here is our third member of Blue Team finally being released, and yeah, I'm excited to have this figure. I was supposed to have it Monday, but it was delayed in the post office, sent to the wrong city, and yeah, it's finally here. So finally excited after waiting days and days to have this. Don't know where Carter is. Orbiter has been popping up a lot in Targets. Haven't seen one in my Target. He is still up for pre-order on GameStop's website, and Linda here is up for order on GameStop's website, along with Carter, who's up for pre-order. I believe Master Chief with not Cortana, the weapon, is up for order. And lastly, Halo 4 Master Chief is also up for pre-order, in case anyone is wondering. But anyways, Spartan Linda here does come with the typical set of accessories. We're just going to run through that really quick. So she comes with a pair of fists, a open right hand, a pair of trigger pointing fingers, as well as a pair of kind of grasping hands. She also includes her MK50 sidekick, which of course can be plugged in to her right thigh or left. And lastly, she comes with her nornfang S5 sniper rifle. So this figure does share the same body as Spartan Kelly, with the only differences being, of course, her helmet and her shoulder pads, which are rubbery to try and help with the articulation, though I'm not going to say they do much. The arms still get kind of caught right there when you try to lift them up. You can see there is rubber, but you can't really, maneuver them up and over. So that's pretty much what you're going to get for a kind of a little T-pose there. It's not perfect. It's not great. It's not the worst either, so I'm fine with the way it is. I really do like the look. It is her newer, updated look, so she has more of the kind of Halo Infinite Armor style, her newer, darker color. I don't remember what the color she was before, but looks good. I do like it. I remember when I read Fall of Reach that Linda was probably one of my favorites of Blue Team. I think she was up there. And fun fact, she is technically in Halo Combat Evolved, but not really. It's just, if you read the book, she is, but she's also not. So a little fun fact there. If you guys want to read First Strike, any of the novels of the original ones, she's a good character, interesting character. Same with the latest novel that came out, forgot the name of it, but there's a picture of it there. All of Blue Team, if you want to see them in action, read that book. It's a prelude to Infinite, more or less. It doesn't lead straight into it, but it does lead up to it. So just want to put that out there for anyone who wants to read more about these characters. Anyways, let's take a look at nornfang, the S5 sniper rifle, which looks really good. I'm not going to lie, until you turn it sideways and you see how overly bent it is. That is horrible. The thing is, I'm going to try and heat it up and fix it. I did that with a Brute gravity hammer like a few days ago, last week, something like that. With Atriox's hammer, that's who it was. And it worked for a little bit, and then it just went back to the way it was. So I don't know. Yeah, that's really bad. But the wolf design on it is really cool. It looks nice. These little parts right here are a little bit loose sometimes. Right now, they're kind of working okay. You can kind of see the looseness right there. It does have the handle right there. You can move it there. So I did really quick want to do a comparison with June's sniper rifle, which is also just as badly bent in one direction and in another direction. But you can see hers is a lot bigger. Yeah, looks nicer. I like this. I do like the simplicity of his, don't get me wrong, but hers, custom built for her, by her, looks amazing. And one more comparison with the Mattel one, which a little bit smaller, not by much, a lot sturdier, a lot straighter. Honestly, I'm probably going to have her carry this one, just because it's a lot straighter than this one. Don't get me wrong, I do like it. I like the new look, and if I can get it straightened out, I probably will. Hopefully her hand can fit in here. I would assume so, because it's a smaller handle. But yeah, even the peg on the back of her, back, does fit. It is extended so that when you plug it in, it doesn't kind of get in the way with her armor there, so you can plug it in. But it does leave it a little bit more liable to be kind of loose in a way, because it doesn't plug in all the way, it doesn't go all the way through either, which is good because it can, keeps the sign right there for the logo in one solid piece. But it can be a little bit annoying in the sense of it just plugging it in and stuff. I've had issues with it already, but it is what it is. Of course, you can just take that out, plug that back in so we don't have the hole right there. Same with the pistol, just take that out, put that in, flip it around on either side so we don't have to see that, which is one of the smartest, best things I still think that Jazwares has done with this series. Again, like I said, her body is more or less the same as Spartan Kelly's, so articulation is pretty much the same. Head can look up a pretty good amount, look down a good amount, look left, look right. Does she have a pivot? Not really. I do like that she has the shininess of her visor right there, her little side. I don't know if that's a camera or what. I'm going to assume it's some type of camera, optical thing, which is why she has the little kind of goggle things going on there, if I remember right. It's definitely a unique look. I do like it. I was growing fond of the Halo 5 version, which hopefully we get a Halo 5 version at some point, but yeah, this one looks pretty good too. Anyways, arms, like we already showed, can go up that much, down, rotate all the way around. There is rotation at the upper arm, double jointed elbows that do good, and then rotation and hinge at the wrist. Unfortunately, just like all the other Spartan collections, they hinge in the wrong direction when it comes to the weapons, so it makes her holding the sniper rifle difficult. Already had that issue with June, so it just extended on with this figure. As her body, it pivots side to side a little bit, but no real rotation, which is unfortunate. Legs can kick up, can kind of kick back, but not really. Rotation right here at the upper thigh. Double jointed knees that don't look the greatest, but at least they're double jointed and they do have a good amount of range. Up and back on the leg, and then toe hinge right there, and there is an ankle pivot. So articulation, like I said, just like Kelly's, nothing really different or anything, but it's on the better side of the articulation for these figures because some of them didn't have the best. Some of them, especially in the knees, were limited. I think it was the Halo CE Chief, or was it the Halo 2 Chief? I think it was CE Chief. One of them had like really bad knees for some reason. Every once in a while they do mess up the pivot right there on the foot. So it is nice to see that this body is being reused for something, you know, good, because it's one of those figures, one of those characters that I'm actually really excited for. Here we have her next Spartan Kelly, which already has my mod, which I do to basically every single Spartan collection figure. So she has the better articulation already on her right there, if you guys can see that. But yeah, you can get a side by side and see that they do share the exact same body. Differences again being the color, shoulder pads, helmets, and of course the numbers on there. So yeah, they look good together. And let's just throw Master Chief in here so we can see how Blue Team is coming along. There is one thing I want to do because I was prepared this time. I was. Here she is with the waist mod. Not perfect. I do need to rework it a little bit on her, but I did make one in advance just because, again, I already knew she was going to be sharing the same body as Kelly, so I wanted to see how that works. And in case anyone's wondering, it does add so much more articulation. I have a video up that I made a while ago. I'll try and link it in the description or in the top right or something if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this team coming together. Really excited to have most of Blue Team done. We do technically have Fred. The only thing is that he is in the World of Halo line. So hopefully the World of Halo line gets a Kelly and Linda, and we'll be hopefully getting Fred maybe in the next wave. Jazwares, you know, that would be great. But yeah, it is nice to complete this, and we're getting Carter really soon, so that's going to complete Noble Team, which is awesome. Fire Team Osiris, I guess, would be next. Maybe something, maybe Spartan Ops characters, I don't know. But anyways, that'll pretty much do it for my review of Spartan Linda. Pretty much the same kind of complaints I always have, abdomen issues. I mean, you can do the mod that I did, but I know not everybody wants to or feels like they can do it. It's really easy, but yeah, it's really annoying that we still haven't had an updated fix for this. And sometimes it does feel like it's getting worse because this body just does not have the real motion almost at all. The only other thing that I wish they would bring back and fix, because they weren't that great, are the butterfly joints, because I feel like she definitely needs it, especially for the sniper rifle, and of course the proper up and down hinge for the trigger finger, because again, it limits the posing options, especially with something like a sniper rifle that's a two-handed weapon. Basically any of the two-handed weapons, even the one-handed ones. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to pose them a lot easier. I even have issues with Kelly here, and even Chief gives me some issues. It would be nice if Jazwares could update that. It would be very simple to do. It wouldn't be, you know, anything out of this world, just an up and down hinge. Again, I can understand maybe the butterfly joints being a little bit more difficult to rework considering how they didn't work great the first time. But come on, at least give us the hands. But that's just me. That's my opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.